I appreciate this comment from Jeane't Schneider, and it helps me to get another little video in here. Uh, so this is on the Kid Rock video, or excuse me, it's on the Trump video. My bad. I had another point with the Kid Rock video that Jeane't mentioned as well. If I remember in a bit, I'll bring that up. But I mentioned the Great Wall of China, and you have Trump with the Make America Great Again, and you have the Trump wall, and Trump always talks about China. Okay? Jeane't left this comment. Also, Great Wall of Berlin dropped November 9th, 119. Okay? Now, and the fall marked the end of the Cold War. So you may have some of that war stuff that's kind of lingering with the energy that's going on right now, but this is amazing the more I look at it, because fall like wall, right? J. Cole just had the Fall Off album. Cole sounds like cold. So you see how this stuff just repeats with the language, right? 11/9, that connects with 9/11. The buildings fell. Okay? Isn't that amazing? But the marked the end of the Cold War and the division of Europe. So, maybe some of this energy could be lingering, or it could be what's to come for us with this pattern. Possibly, who knows when? I don't know. But there is a lot of division, in my opinion. They feed us that division, and I don't know if some people fall into it. It gets kind of annoying after a while because there's a lot of sheep out there. But anyways, cold weather is going to be warming up. The event led to the official reunification of Germany, and I guess this is the Berlin Wall dropped or whatever, or Great Wall or whatever, Great Wall of Berlin. I didn't even know there was a Great Wall of Berlin, to be honest. So you better be accurate, Jeane't. I think she is. So the event led to the official reunification of Germany. Look at this date, October 3rd, 1990. Now remember, in the language, you see that date, 103? Politics equals 103. Okay? BS equals 113, which goes hand in hand. 113, 101, or 103. You see the same numbers though, right? 103, that's just like that 10-3 date. And you could tell how all of this is with the language, right? You know what else is amazing? Osama bin Laden's birthday is 103, and that's a 9/11 119 connection that she brought up in the comments there. You see that right there? 103, 10th day of the third month. And Chuck Norris just died. That's his birthday as well. And he was in Delta Force or whatever the movie was called, which was about terrorists and a hijacked plane. You see that? Notice how he was born in 1940. Did politics have 40? Politics has 40. See that right there? Amazing, huh? So you could see this script. And is there anything else? And look, there's another 19 to go with the 119, like 19. The 11th day of the 9th month, right? 119 with 9/11. And what else is on October 3rd, 1990? Look, even you get the ones and the nines with 1990. See that? 328 between November 9th and 10/3. 328 days, I guess. Interesting. Look, I don't even know if I mean, we're already like completely shadow banned, huh? It's weird how the sellout decoders train us to not use certain words. But why is this word one of those words? Isn't that weird? This is a character they gave us in history, Adolf Hitler. Hitler's birthday, 420. 19 days until Hitler's birthday. Okay, and I guess at the time of this comment. So, interesting, right? And remember, Hitler looks like Trump's dad. Fred Trump as well. So this is just a script being repeated. But there's something else deeper going on, in my opinion. All of this stuff is fine and dandy. All of this stuff is fine and dandy, and I truly think that whoever is controlling the fake world, or if it's just a fake world, they know about it, they have to like act and deceive us, and the script just plays out by some computer or whatever. I mean, shame on them, but there's something deeper, in my opinion, going on besides just, oh, celebrities are fake. In my opinion, I think this stuff goes uh, deeper down to our level. I'm not saying it's all exact or whatever, but I think, you know, when we're born, we're in a certain bracket. You know, say if you're a female or you're a young one, right? Um, a young adult, a young female, I should say. You know, think about like Barbie or even G.I. Joe, like when I was growing up as a male, right? You know, these toys are like targeted, and everybody kind of in that age bracket that you're in, you're all going to pretty much like G.I. Joe or Barbie, or, you know, maybe it was like WWF back when I was young, the action figures, now WWE. It's like an algorithm that began when we were born. Maybe it started with our birth certificate, with the numbers. I don't, it's just, you know, they connect numbers to us. So there's something more sinister going on, in my opinion. Okay. But the stuff is amazing. So, something else that Jeane't mentioned, she mentioned, I'm pretty sure it was Jeane't, she mentioned Kid Cudi. I think it was about the Kid Rock video who's trending, and that's Donald Trump connected as well. And Kid Rock's got the Michelle Obama birthday. Kid Cudi's birthday is 13 days after Kid Rock. Both musicians, right? People also search for Kanye West. You look at that, connected to politics as well. But Kid Cudi, like Kid Rock, both musicians. You see that? And then Kid Cudi's birthday 13 days after Kid Rock. And then Kid Rock again with the Michelle Obama birthday. Born in 71, Kid Rock, that's the 20th prime number. Trump, T, the 20th letter of the alphabet. And then this character right here is, I haven't really pinpointed it, but he looks like he's connected with at least one of the Lynyrd Skynyrd band members. I can't remember the name, but I have yet to make a video on it. I just have some screenshots. But there's something else. There's somebody else I think he's connected to, and I just haven't like figured it out yet. I don't like to really search and make it work. it just hits me one day. But Kid Cudi's birthday 13 days after Kid Rock. And again, that's with the language. Think about The Rock, the wrestler, probably connected. I've pointed out before. Chris Rock, maybe The Rock, like Alcatraz or whatever. I think that's what it's called. Right? And then that goes back to the 113 and the 103, Politics and BS, which is like 13. Remember 13 original colonies, 13 stripes on the flag. Think about Friday the 13th. Think about the numbers 10, 11, 12, and then 13, and then you get all the teens. And you got Kid Rock, Kid Cudi, 13, like a teen, right? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It starts at 13. So there's something more sinister going on. Remember, BS has that 31, like Donald, 31 as well. So I appreciate you, Jeane't, for giving me that information. And it helps me out. And that J. Cole connection is wild. He just had an album, Cold War. And you know what? Doesn't he say it's a cold world or whatever? Or it's a cold world? Or isn't that a saying with J. Cole? Or he had a song or something? I know I used to be locked up, and I remember guys would be like singing it when I was locked up. I'm not really like a big J. Cole fan. But his Fall Off album, again, like Jeane't was talking about with The Wall and The Fall, J. Cole has the Fall Off album released 2/6/26. You know, you see that? And J. Cole connects to Jay-Z, who connects to 9/11, because Jay-Z had the Blueprint album that released exactly on the day 9/11. Blueprint, how to construct or deconstruct a building, you know, roughly, may not be the exact definition. And then the two buildings, well, the three buildings come down, right? J. Cole, Jay Z, Cole. It's a Cole world. It's a Cole world. I don't know. I guess it's a podcast. Or was that an album? Cole World? Yeah, it looks like it was an album. You see that? And look, it released 16 days after the 10-year anniversary of 9/11. You see that? 2011 is like 2001. You get the same numbers, 2-1. And again, Rock Nation, that's Jay-Z. Okay? Oh, and there's that Rock connection. Rock Nation. Kid Rock, you see? There's the fake world right there. Rock Nation. I just told you about Kid Rock. You see that? Just told you about Kid Rock. Okay? So this is a fake world, and I'm proving it, and this isn't getting to the people it should. I've said this before. I appreciate everybody that watches me. Never take what I say the wrong way. When I say I am the best at doing this, but I'll never be a top person on YouTube where my videos get thousands of views. I go live and there's thousands of people, a bunch of comments and donations. That will never happen because I am not a sellout decoder. But I'm up, I'll battle any one of those decoders easily and make them look bad when it comes to doing this. And we focus on doing this. Okay? And I get negative like that and mention some of those guys every now and then, or gals or whoever, because that they're being helped. You know what I'm saying? For whatever the reason, they get pushed and they get the backing from YouTube. You see what I mean? So even if they did or they didn't, I would still challenge them, and I put in the work on this, and I got the talent, and I got this, whatever it is, this skill, and I got what it takes. So never take what I say offensive if you're anybody close to me in the YouTube world. So, shout out to you, Jeane't, and shout out to you, Richard. I appreciate the few people that I've met along the way doing this, and the few in the past as well, who are no longer here. Appreciate everybody. Until next time.